6 weeks' time, I will be dead. I will be cremated. I will face huge fear. But it is an extraordinary experience. This is the most exciting and the most extraordinary journey of my life. My only regret is it ends. I'd like to be on this journey with you almost forever and a day.
I was asked to shoot an intimate portrait of a man that I didn't know. I knew that he was very ill, but I really wasn't sure what to expect.
It's only when they say, you know, Philip Gould, you're going to die, get used to it, and this is going to happen in weeks or months. It's only when that happens you're aware of death. And only when that happens also that suddenly life screams at you in its intensity. I saw my children born, I saw them born, and I saw the incredible, massive potential of that moment. And when my father died and the air left his body, it was as powerful as the air entering the body of my daughters. And I knew that the purpose here now was to give as much love as I could to people who mattered to me, even though I was dying. And my life became death. It gained a kind of quality and a power it had never had before. It entered a new zone, which was the death zone. Oh, sorry, it's my wife. Just 1 second. Hi, darling. Yeah, you okay with all this then, darling? It's lovely. I feel good. It's going to be beautiful there. I'm going to love it.
After an intense, intimate discussion, Philip and I decided to shoot his portrait at Highgate Cemetery on his own grave.
Only when you accept death can you free yourself from it, can you deal with it, can you move forward from it. So acceptance is the absolute key. At that moment, you gain freedom, and you gain power, and you gain courage. This is it. This is going to be, you know, my home for eternity. I do really feel, in my mind, I've reframed it, I've changed it. It's not some gloomy, ghastly thing. It's this, I just think this is such a wonderful, wonderful idea, the community of the living and the dead. And I have no fear at all about going to this.
It's great.
I'm happy about it. I feel a sense, actually, almost of optimism about it, of almost looking forward to it as the next stage, and certainly very, very comfortable. You sort of think, God, I'm scared, I'm a coward. I thought I was a coward. I was the kind of guy who was too frightened to kind of go too fast on a bike in the evening time. You think, I can't do this, I can't do chemotherapy, it's too painful, it's too horrible. But you do it. And then they say, by the way, mate, you're not going to have a stomach. And you'll never eat normally again, ever again. And you kind of get used to it. And then you sort of think, actually, every single thing they throw at you is handleable. You can do it. I have my wife and my children there for me at this moment because I am defining myself now through death. I'm giving meaning to myself through death. Without that, I do not know what I would do. I rely upon them enormously, almost completely. I try and lead them. I try and inspire them. I try and show strength.
Philip asked me to help convey his message to help him share with other people what he was going through.
I had a couple of really tough nights. My breathing was bad, my coughing was bad, everything was bad, and Gail was in a bad state too. And then I just lay there and thought, okay, this is bad, but this is death. And as long as I look death in the eye, and as long as I accept that I can choose the death that I seek and the death that I choose, I have some freedom here. I have some power here. I have some possibility to shape for myself my own death. And at that moment, I have a kind of freedom. I feel very calm. I feel very at rest. I have found the experience of the last few weeks to be as good as it's possible to have an experience to be since I've entered this so-called death zone. I've had more moments of happiness in the last 5 months than perhaps the last few years. More moments of a kind of private ecstasy than really for many years, when I just feel at one with the world. The thing I'd like to say to my daughters is, I love them. And the thing I'd like to say to my wife is, I'm sorry I let you down, but my God, you're fantastic. And I'm not letting you down now. And you will have the best life afterwards, I believe. I love them all. That's what I want to say to them.